Hey everybody, it's HaloMan27 and I'm back for episode 53 of The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. I hope I'm actually saying the right episode numbers all the time, because that would suck if I was not, for whatever reason. But in this episode, we are going to try and help out the Thunder Dragon and fix up all his problemos. So, let us see what is over this way. I am not even going to bother with these. They cannot possibly contain anything that I really care about all that much. I will not lie. And then I almost screwed up everything. Over here, though, as you saw in the last episode, the robots created a tree of life. Or they created a sapling of a tree of life. And it would not bear fruit. So let's go check that out. Here is the sapling. As you can see, that's the sapling. It's more different than the one we just saw. And what do you have to say? Master Thunder Dragon's condition has been bad for a long time and the soil here is not suitable for growing trees. If only we had more time. Well, let's take this seed with us. You got the Life Tree seedling. It's a very young form of the legendary tree whose fruit is said to cure any illness. What are you doing with that seedling, Verm? Master Thunder Dragon needs fruit from the Tree of Life to recover. Unless you mean to help our master, but of course I do. Really, Verm? Thank you, Zert. Make sure you plant the seedling somewhere where it will be sure to thrive, Fuweep. I fear growing the seedling to maturity in Linearu Province is impossible, Briz. We're counting on you, Fuweep. And I will help you to the fullest extent of my power. And here we have the final goddess cube of the game, Shushing the Ling. There it is. But that's likely not the only final collectible we'll be getting in this episode, if you know what I mean. But after picking up that seedling, there's nothing else for us to do here. So I will actually meet you guys somewhere else, where we have to go plant the seedling. So I will BRB. As you can see, we have arrived in the sealed temple in the past. Or the Temple of Hylia, as it's called in the past. And we want to head over here, because in this little patch, we want to plant the seedling. And then, as you may have suspected, because earlier in the game, Groose said it could probably grow a mighty tree, I believe is close to what he said, at least. When we return to the present, which is so many years later, the tree, as you may suspect, has totally changed the look of the place. Like, it's crazy. Wowza! There's tree. And now it kind of makes me wonder, like, Bruce, what do you have to say? Oh yeah, now this is a tree I could look at all day. It's like a symbol of this temple or something. Every time I stare at it, my jaw starts hanging open. I get this weird happy feeling. This kind of brings up the question, like, how does the timeline work now? But we got the life tree fruit. Eating this fruit will heal you. And now, I'm going to return to the Thunder Dragon. But it's kind of weird, because, like, so now for them, has the tree been there the whole time? And for us, it's, like, new? What? We are the hero of time! But I will meet you guys back at the Linearu Gorge when we are meeting up with the Thunder Dragon. So, BRB! And as you can see, we have descended into the Linearu Gorge. And we have the fruit. So, let's heal the Thunder Dragon! Hello! Hello! Oh, Rick, hello there. Is there something you need? Wow, I keep making references to ASDF movie. That makes me sad, because now I have watched it. After so long of my friend Tape trying to convince me and me saying no, I ended up watching it. Oh! Is this what I think it is? You brought that here for me, didn't you? Yes, I did. Now I will whip it at your face! Kablam! Whoa-ho, down the hatch! Oh. Zing-a-ding-ding! That's probably the greatest line ever. Oh, you've done it, boy! I can feel the fruit's effect surging through me. It's exhilarating! I feel like a proper dragon again. Zing-a-ding-ding! Ho-ho. Fantastic. Just because I have eternal life doesn't mean I can't get mighty sick. Thanks to you, boy, this old dragon will keep on charging a while yet. I owe you a big thank you, so allow me to perform a moving rendition of my part of the Song of the Hero. I should warn you, I've got a mean set of pipes, and I know how to use them. This'll clean out those ears, boy, so brace yourself. We learned the final part of the Song of the Hero! After all this time, there is the final part. Well, all this time, it's been like 6 episodes. Rick, I owe you my life! You have to let me, repay you. Give me some time to prepare, and when you next return to visit me, I believe you will be mightily pleased. Well done, Master. You've successfully collected 3 parts of the Song of the Hero. I recommend you return to the sky and meet with the great sky spirit Levias to complete the song. But I actually kind of want to find out what he's talking about by give him some time to prepare. So let's see if we can do that now, because we have collected all the parts. So I think we can right now. If we can't, I will be very disappointed. Like, extremely. Let us take a gander. Are you prepared for me? Let us find out. Hello? Whoa, Rick, I told... Aww. No sense in waiting any longer. Let's get this show started. Of course, seeing as how you're the hero of legend, you don't really have time to just goof off here, right? So how about we make this a bit more fun and meaningful by taking you back through some of those challenges you faced previously. You know, sometimes you gotta step backwards to go forward. There's a lot you can learn from revisiting your past struggles. Oh ho, yes. So are you game? Of course I am. You're a true hero, that's the spirit. Then if you would permit me, I'll take a peek at your past experiences. Indeed, indeed, you have done some amazing things, like battling fierce foes and overcoming the daunting trials in the Silent Realm. Alright then, based on those experiences, you can choose 1 of 2 exciting challenges. Which one would you like to try? I want to do battle. You can do Silent Realms to test your time in the Silent Realms and get more amber or dusk relics. And in battle, he's going to select the toughest opponents you've ever faced, and he will recreate the same battle so you can face your greatest enemies once more. And he will reward you with an absolutely sturdy shield if you manage to beat enough. It's not just a game. If you lose all your life, it's all over. You won't be going home in one piece. Still interested? Of course I am. Spoken like a little warrior. I like it. Alright then, which period of your journey would you like to face an enemy from? This is a boss rush. You need to beat 8 enemies in a row, and he will give you, or 8 bosses in a row, and he will give you a shield. You can choose your first enemy, and then after that, he just chooses for you. So we're going to start off by fighting the first Giraheim. The only items you can use in battles are items you would have at the time, and pouch items are prohibited. But you keep your same weapon and shield. So, as long as you have the shield equipped, which I do, and you have the Master Sword, which you have to at this point, you are completely set for these boss fights. And it's ridiculous how beast you realize you are. Because, like, you get to Giraheim, and once... Well, if I can ever manage to make him not grab my sword... yeah. That basically says it in itself. He is at phase 2 already. I've only hit him, like, once or twice. Like, barely at all has he been hit. And now... Come on, Giraheim. Come on, Jaime. Stop jumping back. Oh, wow, he did have these little things the first time. Come on. Come on! I need an opportunity where I can actually attack you. Come on! Fine, I'll do this. I'll just back very far away from you. And then you'll teleport behind me, because that's what you do. Or you'll run at me, because that's also what you do. Come on, man! There we go! Let me attack you more! Sometimes Gearheim just doesn't cooperate. Yeah, you also have a little timer of how long you've been going at this. Wow. He really takes, like, no hits, but he was just not allowing me to hit him. Yeah. So, he gives you a prize based on how many bosses you've beaten. Up to a maximum of, like, a lot. I think 12 is the total. He gives you 50 rupees. He gives you rupees just for completing it. The more battles you complete, the better reward when you finish. As he mentioned before, he has an absolutely sturdy shield, which you get at 8 wins. At 4 wins, you get the final heart piece of the game. Your durability and hearts will carry over from battle to battle to make it more exciting. And there's a different reward for quitting at different places. So I decided to speed the rest of this up because it took like an hour to finish all the boss fights. And I'm actually going to be going through both the sets of boss fights, and it's majorly sped up, as you can probably tell by now, hopefully, because 20 seconds is not that fast. I'm doing post-commentary for this, obviously, because I can't just talk so slowly that it somehow comes out properly, and I know how to see the future and tell that it's sped up. That'd be weird. But, anyway, so I'm going to actually give you guys kind of a list of, like, the rewards for bosses and stuff like that. So, in the Silent Realms, basically, you're going to be, like, timed as you go through the Silent Realms, and there's times that you want to beat, and for beating them, you get rare treasures. So, Farron Woods, you want to beat 3 minutes. Elden Volcano, you want to beat 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Lanayru Desert, 6 minutes. And then the 4th Silent Realm, which we'll actually be doing in, like, the next episode, you need to beat 4 minutes. And like I said, if you beat the times listed, or then if you beat your personal high score, you'll be rewarded with some rare treasure. In regards to the actual boss fights, the boss rush, first win is 20 rupees, second win is a small treasure, third win is 100 rupees, fourth win is a piece of heart, or 200 rupees the second time you do it, 5 wins is 300 rupees, 6 is a rare treasure, 7 is 500 rupees, 8 is the absolutely sturdy shield, or 1,000 rupees the second time you do it, 9 is 2,000 rupees, 10 is 3 rare treasures, 11 is is 3,000 rupees, and 12 is 9,900 rupees. But the 12 wins in a row you can only do if you do the boss rush in a New Game Plus. That is the only other difference with New Game Plus. In New Game Plus, you Skyward Strike, you charge it instantly, and the boss rush also includes the final boss of the game. And that's literally like the only difference. One thing I forgot to mention, I think, throughout the series of the entire Let's Play, if you charge up a Skyward Strike and you do like a stab, you'll actually shoot like a little projectile, or if you do like a spin attack, you'll do a spin attack with like the effect of the Skyward Strike will like shoot out in all the directions around you. So you can actually use it for way more than just like sending slices long distances. But I don't think I ever actually mentioned that. So I figured I would actually mention it here. Also, one thing about these fights is that, wow, I just saw myself using the arrows on his toes, and that made me sad, because if I had like the fully upgraded bow and stuff, that could have totally saved me a lot of work on freaking all of those. Like, when I fought number 3, I think that was Imprisoned 3 just now. But when I fought Imprisoned 3 and I failed horribly, having the fully powered bow would have just made it like a cakewalk. But for beating these fights, or for repeating these fights the first time, or beating your personal score, you'll actually get like 50 bonus rupees for doing so. Also, I forgot to mention during this boss fight, you can actually shoot arrows through his tentacles. I find it to be much less convenient than just Skyward Striking. I think I actually... I'm not sure if I do. I think I show off the ability to do like a spin attack and stuff with the Skyward Strike. Or at least I try to do it. I thought I'd do it at some point. It's something that happens. I end up fighting this boss twice, because like I said, I go through the boss rush a second time to get the piece of heart. And we've all seen all these bosses before, so I don't know, the original recording was super long, and it wasn't that interesting because there's just so much crap we've already seen. There's so little to talk about when you're just doing stuff. Oh, I hate! I keep coughing whenever I get to recording. And I'm not even like coughing all that much when I'm not recording. And it's just bothering me. Oh my gosh! But yeah. How many wins are we up to now? Wow, number 6. Time flies at 400% speed. I absolutely dominate this boss, except there's, like, still, I'm not even close to, like, world record time for any of these bosses. Like, bosses in this game, some of them at least, can just be absolutely destroyed. Like, the final boss, you can kill in 24 seconds in, like, a perfect run, which that's way beyond what I can do. And for a little while, I was considering, like, practicing up the final boss to the extent where I could do that, and then just stomp him in my Let's Play. But then I decided that would kind of be anticlimactic if we got to, like, the final boss fight, and then he just, like, died instantly. So, I decided not to do that. I did a little bit better at this guy, even though I just screwed him up every single time, for whatever reason. I just didn't have a good run against him. And now we're actually going to be fighting Collectibles, my favorite boss in the game. No. He is kind of a cool boss, but just, he gave me trouble the first time. Regardless, we have seen him already, and I have given him his little spiel about how he totally stomped my face. But now we have, like, the Master Sword and stuff for these fights, so it makes it considerably easier. Yeah. So like I said, we're going to be getting the shield, except I totally have a full inventory, so it gets sent back to the bank, which, derp on my part. Or the item check, not the bank, so I don't even use it for the second boss rush, even though I totally could. Also, I completely forgot fighting Girahim 1, which I completely screwed up and made it take forever, that you can shield bash while he's charging, so that would have just saved me, like, so much time, but instead I sat around accomplishing nothing for the entire time, which doesn't matter, because it's only 15 seconds sped up, but goodness, 1 minute on Girahim 1? That's not that great with the Master Sword. He takes like 6 hits. I should have done way better than that, especially considering I've fought him like so many times at Best Buy. It's not even funny. It's hilarious. Well, it's not exactly that either. I'm confused. Some of the lines on my editing program make absolutely no sense. It's like, there's no volume here. Except I don't know, I might edit in like music and stuff to keep the ears entertained, aside from the fact that I'm it's not sped up! Well done, blah blah blah. Here's how long it took you to blah 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 blah. 4:36. Hey, you know what? That was blah blah blah. I can't actually read this. But 50 rupees for beating it the first time. And quitting now, we get the absolutely sturdy shield. And we are going to quit now. And that gets us, no need to knock yourself out here, right? Gotta save yourself for the real battles. Here is the absolutely sturdy shield. And we get the Hylian shield! You'll probably recognize it from such other games as Ocarina of Time and everything else. It is like the greatest shield ever. It can't break, and it looks super cool. So it's just awesome. I don't think I actually mentioned, because I think it got cut out, but I find it actually really humorous, because right now we have 19 hearts, and then 3 out of 4 heart containers. But you'll see as soon as we get into this boss fight, which is actually funny because I run out of bombs during this boss fight, so I totally just screwed up, and apparently I don't even know what's going on. Oh, because I chose the lizard, or the wrong guy on accident. I run out of bombs, and it's funny. But as you can see, in the boss fight, we only have 17 hearts, because since you can't use the items in your item pouch, we don't actually... Oh, fireballs. Yum. We don't actually have our little heart medals, or our life medals, so we're down 2 heart containers. Which, that's one thing that kinda bothered me. It was, like, it's just something so minor that it really doesn't matter that much. But it's like, oh, you can't even have all your heart containers for the boss rush? That seems kinda dumb. But, oh well, I'll get over it. For whatever reason, I always record post-commentary up in my room, even though I don't record gameplay in my room. It's like polar opposite to the basement, where I actually record my gameplay. Which, whatever, man. I guess it doesn't really matter that much, because it's just me sitting in front of a computer talking to myself no matter where I record it. It's a little bit weird, though, because post-commentary and actual live gameplay commentary are two different feels completely, because it's like you're trying to focus on the game and the commentary when you're recording live, but then when you're recording post, you're just like watching a video and sort of talking about it, and then sort of just rambling on about random crap. Like right now, oh, I beat my record like a boss by like a second. Yeah, most of these records are probably pretty easy to beat. If you guys want to just like stomp my records and post a video response, go ahead. I wouldn't blame you. I'll probably watch them too, because I actually really like speedruns. They're really cool to me, and I'm not like good enough to do a decent speedrun of most games. Like, I've been playing Tales of Symphonia every New Year's, and my attempt at an air quote speedrun is like 16 hours, when in reality the speedruns for that game only take like 7. Which, yeah, so I'm pretty far off, but regardless, I like trying. There I finally do the spin attack, just to show it off. I know it's sped up, so it's kind of hard to tell, but pro snipe! Just kidding, what a fail. But everything looks so derpy sped up, because Link's just like, he's basically race car Link. I don't know why, I just find that really humorous. Get owned! Yeah, it's hard to talk about a video when it's going so fast. Time doesn't work like that. Time is much slower, and I don't beat my record on this boss, which is disappointing, because I screw up horribly and I fall off. You gotta watch, and it'll be hilarious. I don't understand what just happened. I think the video just lagged a bit, and that was confusing to me. Oh no, it's the evil chompers. Then I screwed up everything, I think. I don't even know. I'm confused. Oh, there I go. That's the falling off the side that I was talking about. And I ended up finishing not too far behind my previous time, but you get nothing for not beating your previous time. But that was the 4th boss of the 2nd time through. So as you may expect, well, there's still like 10 seconds before the thing shows up. So I guess, drum roll please. I actually played the drums. Piece of heart! That's the final one of the game! That's 24. That completes our 20th heart container. And that's awesome, because now we have all the heart containers! And now, we're actually going to be going up to the sky, because we have a couple goddess cubes that I wanted to collect. So I'm actually going to go do that in the end of this episode. You guys are going to watch, because that's why you're here, I think. Maybe? Unless you're just not watching and you're like playing games. I cut in a little bit of the map to actually show you guys where it is. It's between Bug Rock and Isle of Songs. Both of the heart pieces? Both of the treasure chests are here. As you can see, I swung by and I equipped the shield. The last 2 goddess chests are here, is what I think I was trying to say, but not what I was managing to say. So we are going to come pick them up, as you can probably guess from the fact that I told you like a couple episodes ago, maybe even, I can't remember, in the Fire Sanctuary. This first guy, if I ever get to it, because apparently I'm bad at directions, it's the final bottle! So even more final collectibles in this episode. We're basically wrapping up like everything. For the next episode, I might go and get like materials and stuff just so I can go fully upgrade my weapons, or at least some of them, just because I want to show off some of like the fully upgraded weapons. Don't quote me on that, but I'm definitely considering doing it. And I think there's a couple things I could probably show off. Maybe not next episode, probably after next episode, before the one after failure! I actually have to go up and right now. But I'm trying so hard to get to the left, and then I'm just immediately going to have to turn around and go back the other way, which I don't know why I didn't cut it out, probably because I'm an idiot, but it's like, oh, balls! And then I immediately dig back down, like a champion. But, yeah, like I said, we'll be doing a couple things in the next episode. We'll be going back to Levias finally. Well, finally. It's only been like a couple episodes. But we'll be going back to Levias, completing the song, probably doing the last Silent Realm. And then between that episode and the next, I will probably farm up and show off some stuff. Well, between episodes? Probably not, but you know what I'm saying. I'll show off what I'm meaning to show off when we get there. That should say it for itself. But that's actually all there really was left in this episode. The remaining portion of my footage is just me flying over to the Isle of Songs to save. So I guess I will be ending it off here. So this has been Halo Man 27. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, everybody.